Hello Internet, today I'm taking a look at the Canon Canonet 28. The Canonet series was a part of a growing market of high-quality compact rangefinder cameras introduced in the early 60s. While the Canonet 28 might look like a baby brother to the more famous Canonet QL17, in my opinions they are two entirely different cameras. But let me start with taking you through the different parts of the camera. On the front we've got the fixed 40mm f2.8 lens featuring the Lightmeter CDS photo cell on top. On the lens we've got the focus ring and we've got the aperture ring. The aperture ring features a small lever on the side. On the other side of the lens we've got the ISO setting. On the bottom of the camera we've got the film release button, the tripod mount and the battery chamber. The Canonet 28 originally used the now outlawed PX625 mercury batteries. I prefer using silver oxide replacement batteries, although this causes a slightly wrong light meter reading due to voltage differences. On the top of the camera we find the shutter release button, the shutter counter, a hot shoe mount and the film rewind knob, which also opens the film door. The shutter is a copal leaf shutter located inside the lens. On the back of the camera we find the viewfinder and this rather clever film wind confirmation window. If the stripes move, the film has been loaded correctly. Now you might be wondering where the shutter speed dial is. Well, there is none. This is a fully automatic exposure camera. The camera automatically decides on a shutter speed from 1/30th of a second to 1/600th of a second. Not only that, if the light meter can't find a proper exposure, the shutter button locks up and prevents you from taking a picture. While there is an aperture dial, putting the aperture on anything but automatic locks the shutter speed on 1/30th of a second. The camera expecting the original Canonet flash to be used under these circumstances, which unfortunately I don't have. So it would seem that you don't have much control over this camera, and indeed that is the case. Being actively limited by having the shutter button lock up can be quite frustrating, but I find that sometimes limitations can cause you to be more creative. The otherwise anxiety of flicking the aperture into manual and hoping for the best in low light conditions can actually be quite enjoyable when putting a flash on the camera. But the greatest thing about this camera really is the Canonet form factor. The small size, lightweight and amazing build quality is really something that cannot be described. You have to feel it in your own hands to understand it. The Canonet series really are incredible and very quiet compact rangefinder cameras. While the Canonet 28 might be a bit of an automatic oddball, it's still very enjoyable to shoot under the right lighting conditions. Those are my views on the Canonet 28. My name is Søren, thank you for watching.